Man, I know I've made a video, not too long ago about life not being measured by the amount of years that you lived, but by the quality of the years. And that's definitely true. Um, my grandmother passed away Monday, and it's just, it's hard to believe, but she's gone. But at the same time, she's not going. She's gone physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, she's still here. She was my entire family's rock. She kept everybody together. When people, when we were arguing and stuff like that, well, not we, but when some people in our family would argue, she would bring us all together and make us realize that we're still family. That's not what family does. And family is supposed to band together in times like this. I know death and funerals is hard, and a lot of times it results in arguments and things like that. But at the end of the day, we're still family. I know my family is going through that and has just went through that. And today, we all came together as a family. I mean, things happened today that, shouldn't have happened, but it did. But that's what, family does, things that you can forgive them for. If anybody else would have did it, it'd be a huge problem. But eventually, you can forgive family, and that's a good thing. Family is not supposed to argue and fight. Family can fight, but not against each other. Family's supposed to fight with one another against the world, against all odds. So people need to realize that as family, yes, we'll have problems, but before you say something or do something, stop and think about it. Look down on the situation and analyze it as best as you can to come up with the correct response to the situation. Like all the things that just have happened are based around emotion and temperament and all that, because my grandmother passed, and that's understandable. But before the problem really arises, you need to stop. Think about it. Think about what she would say if she saw you doing this, or what she would tell you if you asked her for advice, and then act on that instead of going off pure anger and sadness and stuff like that, because that's when you say and do things you don't mean and that eventually you'll regret. But yeah, even beyond the grave, my grandmother brought everybody together, and that's all we can ever hope for. I know it hurt that she gone, and I know I still want to hear just like everybody else. But what you have to think about is, she would rather her be gone first than me going, because I know she would hate to have to see me in the casket, being my age. So I'm glad that she gets everything she wants, everything she could ever ask for. So yeah, man, family is everything, man. It's important. At the end of the day, family is the only thing you got. You might think you had your friends, but ain't nobody gonna be there for you like your family. You might have family. You might have friends that have become your family, but guess what? They're still family in the end. Friends that have become family, not friends that you're not that close to, but you call them your friend. Not them, but the people that have been there with you from the beginning, that have seen you at the best of times and the worst of times, and they've become family. Family is important. That's the only thing you got. So remember that. Keep them close. And before you open your mouth or react to something, stop and think about it before you do it, so you can realize whether this is the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. So, W.O.L.F.E, jwolfepoetics, I'm gone.